Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. And today's rundown I am dedicating to all of the grocery store workers that are out there that are risking their lives to provide sustenance for families everywhere. I went grocery shopping the other day, and it was a bit of a harrowing experience. I had a mask on and sunglasses and a baseball hat, and I put up my hoodie and had, gloves on and a big jacket, and I just had to protect myself, and it's kind of crazy. But it's also, there was a good store, good social distancing, and I have to commend all of the workers that I saw at that store. But honestly, every grocery store worker out there right now that's stocking shelves and working the cash register and making sure we've got fresh produce to pick up and stuff, thank you very much. This rundown is dedicated to you. Old Ben is still hiding out in self-isolation on the desert world of Tatooine. The live-action Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series is back on track following a months-long pause in development. Variety reports that Disney and Lucasfilm have brought on board a new writer, Joby Harold, whose previous project was the screenplay for John Wick 3. We probably won't be seeing Obi-Wan take out bad guys in quite as violent a fashion, though. The new series was put on hold back in January after the previous writing team left, so it's unclear how much retooling will be done to the story. It takes place between the prequels and the real Star Wars movies when Obi-Wan was in hiding on Tatooine. Ewan McGregor is set to return to the role for the first time since Revenge of the Sith came out in 2005.
Hello there.
And he's about 15 years younger now than Alec Guinness was when he first played the character in 1977.
Hello there.
I guess one could cynically say Obi-Wan is their only hope to get new Disney Plus subscribers. And that's not true. Disney Plus keeps adding lots of cool new things, and there's lots of murmurs going on, and this shutdown may actually be an amazing boon to new content on Disney Plus. I am supremely excited to see Ewan McGregor take the role of Obi-Wan again. He was my favorite part by far of the prequel trilogy, which I have had many problems with going back to again to watch it again and again. It was just a massive mistake to set everything against green screens and blue screens, and the actors look so freaking uncomfortable. There's some really good story stuff in those prequels for sure, and some great world building, but all of that blue screen garbage it just looks so dated. It did not stand the test of time like the original Star Wars trilogy. But enough about that. I am excited about this. It takes a lot of work to craft, a beloved character and build something that's going to work in episodic form. And I'm sure a lot of lessons were learned with The Mandalorian, which honestly, not every single beat in that show worked perfectly, but overall, it was my favorite thing that I watched last year. I'm sure that they're making every concerted effort to make this thing incredibly special. They know how precious this opportunity is, and I hope it's wonderful, and I also hope it's the start of a lot more Star Wars experimentation with live-action characters. I'm excited. I don't know. Are you guys still excited about Star Wars? Let me know in the comments below.
We ought to do well.
Get ready to go rogue again with a follow-up to a hit game. Cellar Door Games has announced Rogue Legacy 2, a sequel to their roguelike platformer. They haven't released any gameplay footage yet, but judging by these work-in-progress screenshots, it looks like the new game will have the same art style, with players once again controlling a rogue's gallery of cute little knights as they explore randomly generated dungeons and battle different bosses. The original Rogue Legacy was first released on the PC back in 2013 and helped kick off the modern resurgence of roguelike games with a retro aesthetic. Since then, it's been ported to pretty much everything, most recently the Nintendo Switch, so the market is ripe for a follow-up. Yeah, I love this game. Super accessible and super cute, but it did become increasingly and incredibly difficult and challenging. But you could always earn new stuff to become more of a badass, and you would get further and further on every run. Very addictive, just a wonderful, wonderful treat from Cellar Door Games. They're one of the coolest indie developers in Canada, and I'm very excited to hear this news, and I can't wait to play this game. Going outside is a danger zone right now, so if you want to be my wingman, you'll have to wait till December. Paramount has grounded the new Tom Cruise movie, Top Gun: Maverick. It was originally scheduled to take off in June, but given recent events, it will now soar on December 23rd.
But not today.
As anyone who's been watching The Rundown knows, pretty much every big upcoming movie is being pushed back, so the fact that Hollywood is now delaying movies scheduled for late June and July indicates how long they expect this pandemic to last.
I have to admit, I wasn't expecting an invitation back.
Paramount has inked a release date for another new movie, A Quiet Place Part 2 will now be heard in theaters on September 4th. It was slated to come out in March and even had its world premiere in New York, but the studio canceled its wide release at the last minute and didn't give it a new date until now. It was so close to release, the studio even sent out some fancy electronic press kit footage, which is what you're looking at right now. I guess giant monsters aren't quite as terrifying as a virus.
What do we got?
We got units headed out there now. EMS and fire.
Whereabouts?
I think out by Walker's Farm.
This has been an incredible bunch of weeks, huh? We've seen all kinds of delays, hit all kinds of big things, including a Tom Cruise movie. Who would ever think that anything could stop a Tom Cruise movie from hitting theaters? What a world.
It's one of life's mysteries, sir.
But these are the right decisions. Let's make sure that movie theaters are safe. If we're going to be putting movies back into theaters again, let's make sure people want to go into movie theaters. And there's a lot of work that has to get done before we get into that situation. I'm really hoping that this is the summer of new guidelines and new procedures and people taking real responsibility to ensure everybody's health out there, because this is something that may come back again if we don't do things properly. I hope everybody is starting to wear masks out there, and I know that the word is starting to come out that masks might be helpful, but I think do a little bit of research. You'll see that wearing masks everywhere you go when you're outside, if you have to go, and you can make your own mask. You don't have to buy the ones that the medical people need. And it's going to be important to make sure that procedures are followed and places are clean, and everybody that's working in places is completely covered with personal protection equipment and stuff, just to create a real sense of security when we're going out. I think it will be okay for people to be wearing masks when they get back into the theaters if it starts to happen in late summer, just as an extra sense of precaution. But yeah, these are very unique times that we're living through, and hopefully all of this hardship and all of these struggles that the world is going through right now is material for us to learn from, so that we are way better prepared if something like this ever happens again. The film industry isn't confident in June and July, but that isn't stopping the people behind one of the film industry's biggest events. Comic-Con International says they're still planning to go ahead with the annual San Diego Comic-Con this July. In a statement released on Twitter, they say that they understand how difficult things are right now, but they remain hopeful that Comic-Con will continue as planned from July 23rd to 26th. Other big events like South by Southwest and E3 have already been canceled, and given that Comic-Con is the biggest of them, with no less than 160,000 attendees, it's safe to say that it's probably not the best idea right now. Just look at this footage. Look how close together all these people are. Don't put your hands in that Lego, Marissa. It remains to be seen if film studios and comic publishers themselves will still attend, and there are still a few months for the Comic-Con organizers to change their minds. This is insane. Comic-Con should just get ahead of this. They should just postpone it. The Olympics have been canceled. They should not go forward with this. They look completely foolish to be saying that everything is going to be all cleaned up and we're going to be fine and there will be no straggler cases. This event by itself could create another surge in cases. They've got to wake up. They've got to just put a stop to this. I know it sucks. It sucks for the San Diego economy. It sucks for all the people that have been working hard to, go to this event and show off stuff. But the world is going to understand. We're all going to get it. It's better to be safe. Don't put this event on this summer. You're kind of looking like the mayor from Jaws.
We will be open for business. It's going to be one of the best summers we've ever had.
This bringing thousands of people together, or the idea that people would even go, actually looking at some of the footage of people going to the beaches out there, I think people would go, and that would be unbelievably tragic if it was too soon.
Please, enjoy.
We love you, Comic-Con. We can't wait to go back. I'm sincerely missing expos and cons and all kinds of fun sort of get-togethers that I usually do every year. It's such a weird year for me because that's my home. I love going to these things, but not this year. Not yet. I am Groot! The pandemic is starting to affect the entertainment industry in ways you might not have thought. Wizards of the Coast has been forced to make a last-minute change to one of their Magic the Gathering cards. A new crossover card set called Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths combines Magic the Gathering with iconic Japanese movie monsters like Godzilla and Mothra, but there's just one small problem. One of the cards in the set is called Space Godzilla Death Corona. This name is obviously a little problematic right now, so they've changed it to Space Godzilla Void Invader and have begun reprinting the sets and recalled the ones that have already shipped. However, some of the first run sets with the original name have already sold, so don't be surprised if it becomes a rare collector's item down the road. Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to see a lot of things with virus and corona and, COVID-19. I don't know, I guess that's a new thing, but with lots of terms sort of changed and altered, and the sensitivity around the way we talk about viral infections be a part of programming for a while. Although I still believe that there is a huge amount of interest in the subject and people wanting to kind of dig into fiction around stuff like this. But yeah, this is fascinating. Who would have predicted this? Who would have predicted 2020 the way it is? But you know what? Good on Wizards of the Coast correcting that or making that change, but also good on all of those collectors out there that rush to the store to pick up Magic the Gathering cards with some of these giant monsters on them. You do have something that is potentially going to be worth a lot of money down the road. All right, you guys, that does it for our rundown today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back on Monday with a fresh new episode for you. But in the meantime, there's lots of content for you to check out. We've got a new classic episode of EP hitting this weekend, as well as a brand new feature that I think you're really going to enjoy, especially you longtime EP viewers. So look out for those. And Monday, the rundown returns. If you like this video today, please think about hitting that like button and that subscribe button. Go ahead and share this. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you soon. And until then, play forever.